even if George Kennedy never turns out to have had anything to do with this, you know, do you wish you had done things differently when you look back on this, as far as having a relationship with him?
I never really had a relationship with him.
Well,
it was just a friendship.
Well, even a friendship.
In 85% of the time, my daughter wouldn't even be around.
I thought, though, weren't you quoted as saying that George Kennedy was served as a father figure?
Yeah, but there's also a lot of times I knew that he wasn't allowed to be around her. I wouldn't have her around. But there's a few times that he has seen her, interacted with her, but I was there.
So he was never alone with her that you know?
No, never alone.
You are seeing aerial video of what is going down right now at the River Raisin, about 40 miles south of Detroit, Monroe, Michigan. A child's body allegedly has been found in those river currents. Our sources telling us the child apparently wearing clothes similar to those described as Nevaeh wearing when she was last seen. We are taking your calls live. Kathy in Virginia. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Nancy. Love you. You're wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for calling in. What's your question, dear?
Nevaeh's mother seems to be more concerned about defending her child molester's friends than emotion for her child. Do you think that she knows more than she is telling?
To Dr. Bethany Marshall, psychoanalyst, author of Deal Breakers. Bethany, what about it?
This mother values her sex predator boyfriend more than she values her own child. And the sad fact is that mothers who form alliances with predators, and especially sex predators, notoriously defend the predators against their own children. This is why with the FLDS cult, all those kids had to be moved off the compound, because there was no guarantee that the mothers would protect their own children. Child Protective Services will tell you that they will call on a family, tell the mother to remove the sex predator, and as they're walking out the front door, the mother, the grandmother, the family is moving the sex predator right in the back door. This happens again and again. And as to what Mark Klass was saying, sex predators escalate in their offenses over time. They're not like run-of-the-mill thieves who just get tired of jumping over fences, robbing houses, hitting old ladies over the head and taking their purses. This is a perversion that escalates in the nature of its compulsion over time. I pray and hope this isn't true, but I wouldn't be surprised if little Nevaeh was already being molested or harm was being done to her before this crime, and that's why Child Protective Services went to the home and asked for this child to be removed, and their pleas were ignored.
Dr. Bethany, nobody believes it unless they're familiar with the justice system, but out of all the child molestation cases I ever handled, I cannot recall a single one where the mom knew the sex offender and did not stand by the boyfriend, lover, father, ex. It never failed. They always stood by the guy. Just as you were saying, people that aren't familiar with the system wouldn't believe it, but it is absolutely true. I want to go straight back out to Matt Zarrell, our producer on the story. Matt, what more can you tell me? What is happening right now?
Well, we're getting information as we speak. There are CSI technicians that are out there searching for more evidence. They've got the tent set up. They cordoned off the media. They're not letting anyone around. We're still trying to find out more details about the body, what condition it was in.
When did the tip come in, Matt?
The tip came in sometime this afternoon, and investigators immediately swarmed into the area and started searching for clues.
Matt, I know that the reward was upped just yesterday evening. Do we know if this is a tip from someone that observed the body or someone that knew where the body was?
As of right now, investigators aren't saying. They're so focused on the river that they're not coming out and addressing the media. We're hoping that they'll do that any moment.
To Sergeant Scott Haynes, Sheriff's Officer, Santa Rosa County, Florida. Sergeant, what clues, what evidence can be gained from the body?
First of all, they're wearing these outfits to make sure they don't contaminate the scene. They can always bring things in. They need to make sure that they get all the forensic evidence to make sure if they find any injuries or any trace evidence that would possibly link a suspect to this body, that stuff could still be present. and also evidence to show how long the child was actually in the water.
Joining me right now, Dr. Jean-Che Waugh, Union County, New Jersey medical examiner. Dr. Waugh, how can you tell how long the body has been in the water?
It's unlikely to be exact. You probably would give a range, maybe many days to a week. That's probably the best you can get.
Dr. Waugh, just because the girl is wearing the same clothes she had on when she went missing does not mean she went into the water that day.
You're right.
What else can you glean from the body?
There's a couple of things. I mean, obviously, you have to handle the body very methodically, collect any evidence for potential prosecution later on. Second thing, for any cases like this kind of cases, you have to worry about the sexual assault aspect of picture, looking for the cause of death, and looking for the manner of death.
You are seeing live aerial video. Evidence experts called into the River Raisin, 40 miles south of Detroit. Has the body of little Nevaeh been found?
I wake up and I think about her. I go to bed, I think about her. I'm online constantly making sure that she's out there. I don't know if she is, but it bothers me.
Every night, HLN's Nancy Grace brings you the real drama straight from the courtroom.
Every lawyer has a different version of what they would think justice is.
TNT